Welcome back to the Hank Strange Situation, Lifestyles of the Locked and Loaded.
Welcome back to the channel. I'm Hank Strange. This is going to be a really rough video because I want to make it as quickly as I possibly can. I just want to update you guys on a few things. Lola and I just got back from Atlanta last night. We weren't at the show for Sunday because on Saturday night we went out to a barbecue that was going on with the IV 8888 folks, and you can see we took the 4Runner and we used the Tepui tent and we spent the night out there, and then we got up and drove back. But there's a few news things going on that I want to talk to you guys about, specifically what's going on with Rock River Arms and Springfield Armory and how they brutally betrayed us, stabbed us in the back. So I want to talk about that. I also want to let you guys know that we do have some videos coming up from the NRA show. We didn't shoot a lot of videos just because, you know, at the NRA, that's where we really get to meet the people, and we spent a lot of time like actually talking to the folks, you guys, the people behind the screens that watch the videos that we do and support us. So I would much rather spend my time doing that, honestly, than making videos. We did make a few videos. I've put up one thing already from NRA, and I just posted something from Jim Fuller and Rifle Dynamics talking about what's happened at Rifle Dynamics, so you guys can check that out. Plus, I'm like reorganizing the channel with everything that's happened recently with YouTube. I'm reorganizing stuff and moving things around. So if you don't know about that, I've also got videos on that stuff going on, and we do need and appreciate the support of everyone out there. You can support us on Patreon. We're Patreon/HankStrange. So there you go. So that's it. Now, before let's jump into what I wanted to talk to you guys about with this whole thing with Springfield Armory and Rock River Arms. So before we went out to the NRA show, and people, this happens to me all the time. People always send me things going on in the news, and I always say, hey, if there's something going on, send it to me, let me know so I could read it. And actually, my brother, Anonymous Strange, sent me this Truth About Guns article, and there you go. So he sent me that article. I will read it to you. It's entitled, Springfield Armory, Rock River Arms Trade Opposition to Illinois FFL Licensing Scheme for Carve-Out. So he sent that to me. I did share that on my main Facebook fan page. I'll try to pop up something for you guys. It's basically Facebook/Hank Strange. I know a lot of people, you know, a lot of gun guys out there don't want to jump on all these different social medias. So they sent that to me and I shared that. And then, as I said, you know, things got crazy and I really didn't get a chance to actually cover that and talk to you guys about it, but the news has continued to go on. So, and here's another article that that's out there. Hold on, let me find this for you guys real quick here. Yeah, here's another Truth About Guns posted an article as well. There's, you know, well, they posted a follow-up and they called it Springfield and Rock River, Illinois sellout picking up the pieces. So there's another one, another article that's going on out there. And I'll read a little bit of that for you guys. It's becoming news now, and I think the biggest reason why it's just starting to become news is because a lot of us gun guys were at the show, and there's like so many things going on that we really couldn't keep up with everything and cover this. But this is really what I want to talk about. A lot of gun companies think that they can get away with things because of the way that the world works. Guess what? The way the world works has changed, and it's working in a different way, and you cannot get away with this shit. Pardon my language. We won't let you do it. You know, we will call you on it. So I'm going to read this article really quick. The reason why I'm doing this video is because I know people are like, well, what's going on? I've been posting memes and stuff like that, and people are like, well, what, you know, tell us what's happening. Make a video about it, because we don't necessarily want to read the headlines, much less the news. Okay, So here it goes. The news of Springfield Armory and Rock River Arms selling Illinois gun dealers and gun owners down the river continues to spread amongst the people of the gun, as it should. For those who missed it, we broke the story late Thursday evening. Springfield Armory, Rock River Arms trade opposition to Illinois FFL licensing scheme for carve-out. The lobbyist for Illinois Firearms Manufacturers Association, IFMA, Jay Keller, traded that group's opposition to the bill in exchange for a carve-out removing Prairie State firearms manufacturers from the licensing requirements. Okay, I'm not going to read the whole thing. You know, I'll put links and stuff like that in the description of this video so that you guys can go out there and read the whole thing and find out what's going on. Basically, this is my understanding of it and my opinion here of what's going on. Rock River Arms and Springfield Armory, the companies that are based there in Illinois, have this lobbying group that they hired to go out there and try to get things, you know, obviously get things going for them. And there were some bills and gun rights issues that came up and have been blocked for a long time. And the pro-gun control guys out there trying to push this have not been able to get it through. So the lobbyists made a deal with them and said, you know what, if you give us, I think it's like really some tax breaks and things like that. If you give us these tax breaks, we'll remove our opposition to this particular thing and you'll be able to get it through. And that's exactly what happened, and they were able to get it through by literally one vote. So now, I know when I posted something about this on social media, there was at least one person that I can remember saying, well, you know, if you're a business, if you believe in capitalism, if you can get a tax break for your business, why wouldn't you do that? Okay, so this is going to be my rant right here. If you're a business, and if you're a gun manufacturer specifically, here's what I'm talking about, but this goes for any business. If you're a business and your core customers have a lifestyle, have beliefs and things like that that are directly associated to the business that you're in. So in this example, if you are a gun manufacturer and the people who buy guns from you believe in the Second Amendment and want as few gun laws and things getting in our way as possible, if you're in that kind of business and you do this kind of stuff, you are stupid. There's something wrong with you. You know, you're hiring the wrong people, and I think this is something that Lola and I went through when we were walking through the NRA show, and we were talking to some of these manufacturers. A lot of manufacturers are telling us, yeah, well, you know, we hired these Hollywood people, we hired this company and this advertising agency and all that kind of stuff. And I was like, okay, you know, you can do whatever you want to do, but why are you, you know, hiring people that are not gun people? Why are you giving business to non-gun people? And what I mean by that is, when you give the business, when you go to these companies, they might have whatever kind of reputation in the advertising world or in the lobbying world and all that kind of stuff. And they may be lawyers, let's say in this instance, the guys doing the lobbying, but they're not gun guys. You can hire gun guys. There's plenty of gun guy lawyers out there. I know these people, I speak to them all the time. There's lots of gun guys out there that are lawyers or in the advertising business and marketing and all that kind of stuff. And you can talk to these people and they can give you good advice. Because if they were gun guys, they would have told you, listen, you're going to gain something here, but you're going to lose a lot more. But you know what? First of all, the companies are not doing that. Rock River Arms, you didn't do that. Springfield Armory, you didn't do that either. You didn't. Okay? Because no one said to you, this is not the thing to do. This is going to be negative and destructive to you. So I'm going to say it again. You got the companies out there, listen to this. Look at what's going to happen to these companies and realize that when you're doing business, you need to do business with gun people. Just so that they can give you honest advice and say, you know what, in the short term, this may benefit us, but in the long term, we're going to pay for this and we shouldn't do it and it's not worth it. So, I mean, that's my thing. I think that's exactly what happened here, and it's kind of too late for these guys. At this point, they've done it, we know about it, and it's on. It has started. The revolution has started against gun companies that do not support gun rights. We've been here before, guys. This is how we have all the horrible gun laws that we have here in America. All the things that bring us down and limit us in the gun world. Because gun companies agreed to this nonsense. They agreed to it. They went along with it. They thought there was going to be some benefit for them in it, and they didn't think about the long term. They didn't think that somewhere down the line, people will make concessions and give you things, but it's going to hurt you. So for example, in this case here in Illinois, you got a tax break. Awesome. Awesome. How much tax money are you going to save on nothing? Because no gun guys are going to be buying your guns from now on. Do you think that the people who made these laws, these guys that you helped out in Illinois, are going to actually go buy your firearms? Good luck with that. Even if they did, which they won't, there's not enough of them. We are the consumers. We are the people that buy guns. It's like so frustrating to me that I cannot get gun manufacturers to understand this. You know, they get into all kinds of nonsense in their brains. They're all out there trying to get military contracts. Oh, if we get this military contract, that's it, it's on. Guess who buys more guns? Us. We buy. The regular civilian market buys more guns than any military contract that you're going to get. Yeah, it's guaranteed money and all that kind of stuff. Congratulations to you. In most cases, it's very limited quantities that the military is going to get, and they recycle it. Gun guys, we buy guns, and we buy guns all the time. I wish companies would understand this. I mean, this is one of my issues with like HK. I've been through that thing. I see HK is trying to change their reputation lately. I understand that. You know, suddenly they're pushing a lot of things on the civilians. They've even like recently started showing that they have black executives working at HK. The problem is, you know, in the years that I've been doing this, every time I talk to HK, the people who work there tell me, we don't give a shit about the civilian market. We're all about the military contracts and the government market, and we don't really care about civilians. And that's why I haven't done a lot of stuff on HK. And if you look at anything I've done here on HK, it's from other people that have spent their money to buy something from HK. And I put up a video there, and you'll probably see me in that video saying my biggest problem with this company is that they don't give a crap about the civilian market. And this is going to be to the detriment of a lot of companies out there. You don't understand that the world has changed. This internet thing is never going away. It's not going to die. Don't believe that because there's stuff happening with YouTube that we're not going to make videos, we're not going to talk about you, we're not going to use our social media influence to shine some light on your bullshit. Because we are. We're going to do it. And regardless of whether or not it's guys out there who were in law enforcement before, who were in the military, that was never me, you know, eventually we all become civilians and we're buying guns and we care about our rights. When you get out of the military, you got to buy your own guns. You know, even if you're in law enforcement, you got to buy your own guns. So you care about your gun rights. You care about the laws that you have to deal with. I know lots of police officers in states like in Nevada. You could be a police officer and you buy a handgun and you still have to go through the waiting period. Nonsense. Bullshit. So even those guys are in the civilian category of gun buyers. So get over this crap. Stop taking advice from people who don't understand the gun world. There's plenty of us out here that you could talk to and that we would tell you, we would set you straight and tell you don't do this kind of bullshit. Don't go down this path. Okay, so you know what? I could go on and on here, but what I do, I'm going to encourage people to get out there and go to Springfield Armory's website, go to Rock River Arms website, go to their Facebook, go to their Instagram, to their Twitter. You'll see it's already happening, but you need to go there and voice your opinion. Let these guys know what you think about this nonsense. Let them know that we're not going to take it. We're not going to consume stuff from them if they continue, you know, well, forget about it. Not continue. They've already done this, and I don't think there's any reversing it. Let them know that they're done. Let them know that it's over, and let other companies out there, because these aren't the only guys. There's other companies out there doing this. So get out there and voice your opinion. You know, send emails, write letters, call them up, find out what their numbers are, what their phone numbers are. They all have them. Call up customer service, and then when you get someone, let them know that this is bullshit. We're not going to take it anymore. Those days are over. We're not going to let you get away with it. There's other companies out there that are doing this same shit, and when we find out, we will let you know, and we will apply the same pressure to those companies. Okay? I'm Hank Strange. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate you guys' support. Just wanted to get this quick video up there and voice my opinion on it. Peace out.